Here's a question that almost no one asks. If compound interest is so powerful, why does it feel like absolutely nothing's happening to your portfolio for the first several years? You have done everything right. You've opened your brokerage account, you're contributing regularly in an automated basis, and you haven't sold any of your holdings. And yet, month after month, the graph barely moves. So either every personal finance creator on the internet is lying to you, or they're hiding something. Well, there is something, and once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Now open any investing video, just any. Now in that video, you will see this one chart. They're showing it creeps in the bottom for decades, and suddenly it starts picking up and it shoots up, and it's like blowing like anything. Now that chart, usually you'll see the caption saying this is the power of compounding. Well, it's mathematically correct, but the harsh reality is it takes decades to take off. And for most investors, they're still on the flat side of the graph. See, compound interest is a percentage, and a percentage applied to a small number results in an even small number. That's how it is. That is the mathematical formula. So if you have $2,000 invested and earn very good that year, let's say 10%, you've made $200. That's real. That $200 is real, but it's not that much. At least it's not going to change the graph drastically. The expected graph is not wrong. It's just the number is so small that you don't see it in the graph. Now, I do have a comprehensive video on compound interest and compounding effect. I've used the last 30 years S&P 500's real data to compare with the theoretical compound interest formula. I highly recommend you watch that video. Probably one of the most comprehensive video I've ever made. So it would be a nice video to watch and go through the entire video so that you have the right mindset when we talk about compounding. I'll put the link below. Check it out. All right, let's run through two real scenarios. After that, you'll be more clearer. Scenario A, you have $3,000 invested, earning 8% a year. That's $240 in growth. The following year, assuming you add nothing else, that $240 itself earns about $20. Now let's go to Scenario B. You have $150,000 invested, same 8%. That's $12,000 in a single year. And that $12,000 then earns roughly about $960 the next year without you lifting a finger. Same rate, same formula, but you see the difference, right? That's what percentages do at different scales. Below a certain account size, the growth is too small to notice next to your own deposits. Above it, the growth starts to exceed what you're putting in yourself. Now you can ask, what's the minimum baseline account size? And there's no single magic number. It all depends on your rate of return and how patient you are. But for most long-term investors, including me, using a typical index fund and its typical return, I would say the number sits around $150,000. For a lot of people, the 100,000 mark is roughly where the shift becomes noticeable. That's the year where you earn more from the market than what you put into the market. That's why Charlie Munger talked about this exact idea. The first 100,000 being unusually difficult, not because of bad investing, but because it's almost entirely a function of how much you personally contribute. Below that number, your saving does most of the job. And remember, you're not failing at compounding. You just haven't reached that point where compounding starts working for you. The gap between the compound interest graph and the reality has a real cost, and it's not financial, it's psychological. People open a brokerage account and they expect it to blow in the first few years, but instead what they get is a flat line for years. They compare their $4,000 portfolio to someone who has been investing for decades, and when they say it's the compounding effect, they feel their account should also experience that compounding effect. And when the compounding doesn't affect their small account size, they start complaining. They feel disappointed. They think they've picked the wrong fund, or maybe they've timed wrongly. But the fact is, none of that is true. It's just your account size. It takes time to build anything. So is your portfolio. They haven't crossed the baseline yet. And that mismatch between the expectation and the reality is the most common reason why beginners quit investing altogether. The math takes time to start paying out in a way you can feel. And knowing that the baseline exists doesn't make it appear faster, but it changes your perspective and gives you a reality check. Alright, so now you can ask, what do I need to do to achieve that baseline figure? Well, it's your contribution rate. Below the baseline, the dollars you add every month outweigh the dollar the market adds. This is the phase where income and savings rate matter far more than fund selection or market timing. Then, avoiding any resets. An emergency that forces you to withdraw from the market doesn't just cost you the money, it costs you the time you'd already spent building towards the baseline. Every reset pushes the baseline further away in time. And finally, changing your scoreboard. Instead of watching percentage growth, focus on every small milestones. Like if you're starting, it's $1,000, $5,000, then $10,000, then $50,000. Those are those stepping stones towards that baseline figure. These milestones don't mean compounding is doing much yet, but they mean you're closing the distance to the point where it will. See, none of this means that compounding is a myth or starting small is pointless. We all have to start somewhere. I've started really small, but I've been in the market for the last 15 years, and that's how I build my portfolio. And everyone has to go through that journey. This is the part of the process, and there is no shortcut, unfortunately. So work hard towards your baseline and let compounding do its thing when it's time. If this video gave you an idea of how compounding actually works, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and share with someone who really needs this. And after this, I have a video on how to start investing with just $100. I'll put the link here also in the description. I hope you'll watch it and you'll find value. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.